Hi, my name's Emily Velazquez, and I'm going to be going over the Gone Girl reviews. So, first thing, I want to go over the summary of Gone Girl. So, Gone Girl is about a married couple, Nick and Amy Dunn, and basically, how their relationship navigates. And basically, Nick cheats on Amy, and Amy finds out, and she puts it in she makes it that she disappeared and accuses her husband of being the murderer. And it ends up that they go on this big clue thing, and it basically leads her. He has to lead her back to make him innocent. Anyway, in the end, he gets her back, but he doesn't want to be with her anymore. And then she kind of forces it on him by she's pregnant with his child. So it's not very cool that she gets to do that, but that's how the story initially ended. It's a very great movie, I say. So the first review is this one. It is by Byron Beckler. And I'm sorry, this review that Beckler explained was a lot the film that he was found very impressive. It was a very positive review, and he gave so many credits to the director David Lynch and the actors like Ben Affleck. He said that they were great. He believed Ben Affleck this was his best role that he ever done in his performance, as well as Tyler Perry and the other people in the movie, and as well the Gone Girl. He thinks that she made it perfect, that she stole the show. So he believed that everything about this one was impressive and amazing, and he ultimately gave so much credit to the cast. So next is by BB Film. This is the review, the BBC, which is the news by Owen. And basically, he did this was a very mixed review, which is very understandable. Because he didn't believe that he was comparing the movie to the book. And as everyone knows, definitely books are always completely different than the actual movie itself or the film. So this review, he didn't believe that it was very much like the movie. He believed the movie had left out a lot of details that the book did, and how it played out. So overall, he didn't feel that the movie gave the same emotion that the book did. Like the characters did. He felt like the whole time the married couple, Nick and Amy, I just hated each other. And that in the book it gave more depth of what their relationship was like before. And but he ultimately said that he understands that the books will always be better than the movies, and it could never be similar. So his was a more mixed review of what he thought because he read both book and movie and saw movie. So this one is by the New Yorker 100 by Joshua Rothman. Rothman reviewed that he is someone who's actually never seen the book. So other versus the other review where someone read the books versus someone who hasn't, they're gonna have very different reviews. And this he gave a very positive review of what he thought the movie was itself, the film. And basically saying that it was a darker reputation of what marriage was. It made him question a lot of what he thought about marriage himself and what it could be. So he called it like a war of sexes, that it was always the females put against Nick, which it was. In most of the movie, all you saw was women that Amy had made friends with was basically like against him. And it wasn't very fair in that sense because she was accusing him, but he saw the differences and why everything played out that way. So he thought it was a great film overall, and it gave a different perspective of what marriage is like in the dark sense. So this one is by the Hollywood Reporter. They also brought up the author, and it was a very positive review. McCarthy, so it was by Todd McCarthy. Very thrilled about how the film came out. He believed the book writer should be very thrilled as well how the film came out, just because she felt it was very similar. So this is a very different take versus how the other review was, because they believe that this was so similar to the movie, which a lot of people don't think. But it was great that they did get to do that. Overall, the only good things about both both the books, and he thought it was great casting, and it related very much to the book. So that was great. So this is by Vanity by Justin Chang, and he believed the film was great. He thought Nick and Amy brought out like a different intention of himself. They brought out a dark side, and then that everything, the casting was amazing, and he believed everything went well. So it's very positive. So in conclusion, most of these reviews were positive. A lot of people did like the movie. It did get a ton of opinions and amazing things to offer. So I also agree this movie was amazing and everything worked out. And here's my references. Thank you for listening and have a great rest of your day.